wondrous people, Kat Bayer here. I wanted to be in the park to share with you this lovely new day, lovely information we're going to share together. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about me. I'm 51 years old now, and I've been separated, almost divorced for since 2014, September 2014, and it is now June 2016. So, yes, I was talking to someone, and when they find out there's violence in the relationship, really, everything else seems to disappear from your life. All they want is information about, the violence, and find that quite disheartening sometimes, because I didn't really have a very violent relationship. I mean, I wasn't, when I talk to some women about it, they're like, oh yes, pulled by the hair, beaten, battered and blue, and I'm like, oh God, I'm sort of embarrassed, because it wasn't really like that for me all the time. And it was very verbal as well. He had a sort of hold on me from word go, in fact. And although sometimes, even at the very beginning when I was besotted, I wouldn't see this. So I find it very disturbing to talk about it from that point of view. And you have to bear with me on that. Another part of the violence is that you sort of black out. You don't really live in the same world as your normal self, and so from that perspective, you don't realise what's going on, really. You sort of tend to draw a blind eye to it, and that's very interesting, because as you do more and more research, you'll find out that this kind of normal is like, although I don't like to be classified like rape victims, because they're a totally different ball game, but they just black out and they won't remember. Here, au pied, crisps. Sorry, I got my dog doing stuff that he shouldn't be allowed out off the lead, so so that is part of my world. Welcome. And it's very, very important to know these facts. I think that you always feel someone's had it worse than you, and they have. And I wouldn't say thank God, but that's one sort of thing that keeps you going. And the other thing is that, how can I say this? Yeah, you don't really live it. So I recall that, I'd put on a lot of weight. 20 kilos is about, well, let's say 15. I don't know how many pounds that is. I'd have to look it up. I think 40 pounds or something. And I'm still losing that, but, we have to learn to live with that. So we're not really ourselves. So from that perspective, I think it's very important that you guys know this, because sometimes we'll get flashbacks and it'll be like, oh my God, wow. And other times we won't really live it, we'll just feel it. And that is also something pretty horrible. So I'm just going to have to close this message. There you go. So yes, I'll get back to you.